Hello and a very good evening. You're watching Rajya Sabha Television. It's 6:30 p.m. time for Verdict 2015 with me, Frank Pereira. Here are the Verdict headlines. Prime Minister to hit the campaign trail in Bihar once again. Modi slated to address 17 rallies in 6 days in the state. After a gap of 13 days, Prime Minister to restart his public meetings from Buxar tomorrow. Finance Minister Arun Jaitley addresses media in Patna, says BJP has a clear lead in the election so far, adds Centre and Bihar will both benefit from the NDA's victory. 2 days to go before campaigning ends for the third phase of polling in Bihar. Star campaigners continue their full throttle rallies focusing on the poll-bound constituencies. An interesting battle on the cards in the BJP's bastion of Patna Sahib. Grand Alliance leaving no stone unturned to wrest power. BJP MP Shatrughan Sinha's rebellion not helping his cause. Well, after a gap of 13 days, Prime Minister Narendra Modi will start his election campaign in Bihar with a series of public meetings before the third phase of polling. Modi is expected to hold at least 3 rallies on October 25th and October 26th. The Prime Minister will hold public meetings in Buxar district on the 25th of October, followed by rallies in Patna and Rajgir, which is part of Nalanda district, the following day. The Prime Minister will address a total of 17 rallies over the next 6 days. Modi is likely to address about 6 to 7 rallies before every phase of polling. The Prime Minister had reportedly allotted 2 days before each phase to address a blitz of rallies. The third phase of polling is scheduled for October 28th, followed by the 4th and the 5th phases of polling on November 1st and 5th, respectively. While BJP President Amit Shah addressed an election rally in Chapra today, continuing with the BJP's development pitch for the state, the party president said that youth migration from the state remains a major hindrance in development.
आज भी बिहार का युवा दवाई, कमाई और पढ़ाई ये तीनों कामों के लिए बिहार के बाहर जाने के लिए मजबूर है। ये चुनाव अगड़ा बनाम पिछड़ा का चुनाव, अगड़े पिछड़े के बीच में चुनाव है। मगर लालू जी कहते हैं कि अगड़ी जाति और पिछड़ी जाति के बीच में चुनाव है, और मैं कहता हूं अगड़े बिहार और पिछड़े बिहार के बीच में चुनाव करना।
Meanwhile, in another election rally at Motihari, Chief Minister Nitish Kumar said that Biharis are proud of the state's legacy and will have smarter villages than NDA's smart cities.
ये भाजपा के लोग हैं, ये स्मार्ट सिटी बनाते हैं। स्मार्ट माने सुथर, शहर को अच्छा बनाना चाहते हैं। हम गांव को इस कदर बना देना चाहते हैं कि हमारे गांव के लोग ये मोदी जी के स्मार्ट सिटी की तरफ झांकने भी नहीं जाएंगे। ऐसा धन्यवाद।
Meanwhile, Finance Minister Arun Jaitley held a press conference today, briefing the media on the internal survey undertaken by the Bharatiya Janata Party in Bihar. Speaking in Patna, Jaitley said that their alliance is leading way ahead of the opposition coalition led by the combination of Nitish Kumar and Lalu Prasad and the Congress.
हमें एक सेंस ऑफ सेटिस्फैक्शन है, हमारा अभियान अच्छा चल रहा है। कई बार लोग गलत आकलन कर लेते हैं मित्रों के, एक दूसरे को खुश करना या कोई फ्रेंडली स्टोरीज पढ़ने से कभी उससे चुनाव जीते नहीं जाते। ये जो प्रगति जिस स्तर की होनी चाहिए थी वो मॉडल सफल नहीं हो पाया। जो गठबंधन भी किया है, सच में अंतर विरोधी गठबंधन है। गठबंधन में नेता ऐसे व्यक्ति को बना लिया जिसके खिलाफ 20 साल तक प्रचार किया था।
Well, joining me for a chat this evening to talk about several of these rallies is Amarnath Tiwari, assistant editor of The Hindu. Very good evening and thank you for joining me on the program. You know, as far as the third phase of polling is concerned, how is it going to be different from the first 2 phases, and who do you believe holds the edge?
You know, I mean, after first 2 phases, the most remarkable change has come that BJP has gone all out, putting out all their efforts and resources. I mean, they have rescheduled the Prime Minister's visit to Bihar, and altogether 17 public meetings of Prime Minister has been, scheduled for these remaining 3 phases of poll. When Arun Jaitley, Finance Minister, today was in Patna, and he was addressing and emboldening the party leaders and sending the message out to the party leaders and cadres that we are in comfortable position and we are going to win the poll. He also said that the party will not leave any stone unturned to win the Bihar poll. So it's different in a sense that BJP is going and pulling out all its resources to be to do good, to be fair in the third phase poll.
As far as this poll is concerned, it's been a high octane, high energy, campaigning from both the Grand Alliance as well as the NDA. But from the larger perspective, looking at it from, the entire country's perspective, how crucial are these elections?
It's very crucial. Third phase is very crucial, particularly for the BJP, because most of the seats in the last assembly election was, BJP has registered the win from in third phase poll. For BJP, it's very high stake is in third phase, and if BJP do not fare well in this third phase, the wind will be blowing in against them. So it's very crucial for the BJP, and even on the contrary, the Grand Alliance leaders are also putting all their might and resources and everything all out to just make a presence, to make a presence in the BJP fold, the seats which they had won in the last assembly election.
Indeed. All right, we'll have to leave it at that. Thank you so much, Amarnath Tiwari, for joining us on the program and putting things into perspective for us. Well, on that note, it's time to slip into a short break now. Still to come, we'll take a look at Nitish's ancestral village, Kalyan Bhiga. It comes into the limelight every election season. More about it on the other side. Stay tuned. We'll be right back.
गाड़ियों के बोझ से पटरियां बेहाल, बूढ़े पुल बने हादसों की मिसाल, बेपरवाह प्रशासन, लोग परेशान। देखिए हमारे खास कार्यक्रम आपकी आवाज में खतरों का पुल, आज शाम 7:20 पर सिर्फ राज्यसभा टीवी पर।
Welcome back. You're watching Rajya Sabha Television. Well, Kalyan Bhiga in Bihar's Nalanda district is not an assembly constituency, but evokes a lot of interest during elections. It is famous since it is the ancestral village of Bihar's Chief Minister Nitish Kumar. While many praise Nitish's contribution in Bihar's development, there are others who look up to Prime Minister Narendra Modi. Kriti Mishra brings you this ground report.
Kalyan Bhiga is a small village in Bihar's Nalanda district that can be reached through paved roads. While other villages struggle to get basic amenities, Kalyan Bhiga houses a 20-bed hospital, a double-story high school and an ITI. There is a shooting range too, and a temple near an artificial pond. The village also gets uninterrupted power supply most of the time, and there's a continuous supply of water flows through taps from a high reservoir. Voting for Nitish is a foregone conclusion for many of the locals.
हम नीतीश बाबू के वोट देते हुए आ रहे हैं, आज तक देते रहेंगे और जिंदगी भर जब तक जिंदा रहें जब तक वोट इनका देता रहे। और हमारे लिए सब कुछ बना दिए, कोई चीज का कमी है हम लोग को नहीं। सिटी रेंज बन गया, हाई स्कूल बन गया, हॉस्पिटल बन गया, बिजली आ रहा है, पानी पी रहे हैं, और हम लोग के क्या गरज है।
There are many young voters who say they won't vote for Nitish this time due to his alliance with the RJD. Youth feel that the Prime Minister Narendra Modi is most likely to meet their aspirations. They believe that having the same government at the state and centre will ensure coordinated governance and employment.
मोदी ने हम लोग को नौकरी का वादा किए हैं, तो वादा किए हैं नौकरी देंगे, तो ऐसा थोड़ी है मोदी को वोट जरूर देंगे, ऐसा नहीं है। हम क्या सब साथ मिल के देंगे, ऐसा थोड़ी है। पूरा गांव मिल के देंगे, ऐसा थोड़ी है। जिसको कि नौकरी देंगे उनको वोट देंगे।
Nitish may have seen a quantum leap in his 3-decade-old political journey, but his humble background is reflected at his ancestral village.
उस साल में 3 बार तो जरूर आते हैं। अपना उनका निजी कार्यक्रम है, पिताजी और माताजी, जिससे पिताजी वाला 29 नवंबर और 1 जनवरी को माताजी वाला है, और 14 मई को पत्नी का पुण्यतिथि पर के शुभ अवसर पर आते हैं। और आने पर चुनाव का माहौल तो ऐसे भी बना रहता है उनका, बहुत इधर महत्व उनका है साहब का। और ऐसे भी आते हैं, कोई कार्ड भी देता है तो शादी ब्याह में भी आते जाते रहते हैं।
Complaints galore, praises galore in the ancestral village of Chief Minister Nitish Kumar. Like seasoned politicians, villagers are talking about Bihar model of development versus Gujarat model of development, Bihari versus Bahari. But a very pertinent question arises here. Why Kalyan Biga's model of development couldn't be replicated in other villages of Bihar that are vying for development for ages now? Reporting from Kalyan Biga, with camera person Saroj, I'm Kriti Mishra for Rajya Sabha Television.
Moving on now, poor hospital services are a pressing issue in the Chapra Assembly constituency. And the Chapra Sadar Hospital, which has been in the news for all the wrong reasons, serves as a fitting example of this. Here's more.
People go to hospitals for medical treatment, hoping to get well. But for patients at the Chapra Sadar Hospital, treatment itself is a lottery. Absence of basic services, scarcity of doctors and medicines, all combine to make it a precarious situation for them.
दवा आपको अस्पताल से मिला है?
नहीं।
आप मार्केट से खरीद के ला रही हैं?
जी।
अच्छा, बेड पे चादर मिला है अस्पताल में?
नहीं।
तो फिर
इसी तरह लेटा है, जल्दबाजी में लेके चले आए बच्चा को घर से।
मैंने अस्पताल से कोई सुविधा नहीं मिला?
कोई सुविधा नहीं।
कोई ड्यूटी डॉक्टर साहब नहीं करते हैं। दूसरी बात है कि गंदगी का वहाँ भार लगा हुआ है, और दवा का सुअर और कुत्ता आपको अपने आप जाइएगा तो दिखाई देगा, और वहाँ जाइए तो सारे दवा का व्यवस्था अलग से हो रहा है।
सारी दवाई तो नहीं है, सारी दवाइयाँ नहीं है, जरूरी दवा नहीं है, जरूरी कुछ है कुछ नहीं है। तो फिर इसके लिए आप लोगों ने क्या उपाय किया है दवा आने के लिए? अपने अधिकारी से मांग करते हैं, इन्होंने दिए हुए हैं।
Poor patients are forced to buy costly medicines from middlemen. Doctors are also part of this alleged racket. Clean water, electricity are in short supply too. Helpless patients are put off by the sight of the pigs and dogs in the hospital compound, but there is no one to hear their complaints.
गरीबों का न कोई सही ढंग से ट्रीटमेंट हो रहा है, न उसका इलाज हो रहा है, डॉक्टर न समय से आ रहे हैं, न देख रहे हैं पेशेंट को। ओपीडी का भी वही हाल है, इमरजेंसी का भी वही हाल है। वहाँ पे दलालों का एक टोली बना हुआ है।
वहाँ दलालों का अड्डा हो गया है। यदि हॉस्पिटल में कहीं कोई पेशेंट आ जाता है, उसके पीछे काफ़ी दलाल लग जाएंगे, डॉक्टर से उनकी मिली भगत है। बाहर जो है सो आपका जो एथी है एम्बुलेंस वगैरह है, यहाँ से डॉक्टर उसको पटना से उसका नर्सिंग होम से उसकी सेटिंग है, वहीं से वहाँ भेजेगा, लेकर वहाँ चला जाएगा। उसमें मोटी रकम ड्राइवर से, डॉक्टर से, प्लस वहाँ के कर्मचारी से मिली भगत के कारण ये सब हो रहा है।
The district officials have no answers to this state of affairs, and asked about the state of affairs, hospital authorities say there will be no improvement soon.
सफाई पर हम लोग विशेष ध्यान दे रहे हैं, तुरंत इसको साफ करवा लेंगे, जो कचरा है उसको तुरंत साफ करवा लेंगे। दवा के लिए जो बहुत लाइफ सेविंग ड्रग्स हैं उसको हम आरकेएस से खरीद के दे रहे हैं।
It's a campaign issue that will resonate for the voters when they cast their ballots on 28th of October in the third phase. Bureau Report, Rajya Sabha TV.
Well, joining me for a chat right now is our correspondent Kriti Mishra, live from Bihar. You know, Kriti, we were just showing our viewers a couple of contrasting reports. One from Kalyan Biga, a report that you brought us just a short while ago, as well as one from Chapra. And, you know, it's very contrasting, the kind of development that we've seen in both these places. You were at both these places and you've seen how the development is taking place in Kalyan Biga as well as Chapra. You know, is it only because Kalyan Biga is the ancestral home or the ancestral village of the Chief Minister that is getting this kind of a preferential treatment? Well, we seem to have some technical difficulty there with the line with Kriti Mishra, but we'll try and reconnect with her and get her thoughts, because she's been traveling the length and breadth of Bihar, you know, trying to get us a pulse of what's actually happening on the ground and trying to bring us up to date with the on-ground situation as such. You know, these, of course, are some of the things that we've been discussing over the last month and a half about how development has not reached, some places in Bihar, whereas some places get preferential treatment. Kriti, you are telling us something. Go ahead.
Right, Frank. So there lies the irony, because when we went to Kalyan Bigha, you could see a shooting range. There was an artificial pond. The roads were spick and span. Water was flowing. There was a huge hospital. Doctors took extra care of the patients. So, of course, that is one side. Today, we traveled to another village that was just Bakra, 18 kilometers away from Kalyan Bigha. There, the village hasn't seen power after 1976. There are poles, there are wires, but there's no power connection. So that is the contrast that you come across, and we actually asked voters out there. So he said that Kalyan Bigha was getting preferential treatment only because it is the ancestral village of Chief Minister Nitish Kumar. So they had that grievance also that they are there, that is the kind of underdevelopment that they are facing. They do not have power, they do not have roads, they do not have water supply. So somewhere that grievance is existing in the voters, and they're going to keep all that while they'll go out and vote ahead of the elections.
All right, Kriti Mishra, we'll have to look at that. Thank you so much for joining us there with those details from Bihar. Quite contrasting there as to how things happen in Bihar. If it can happen in one place, then it can happen elsewhere as well. That's something that the voters need to keep in mind. Moving on now, hundreds of trees, including fruit-bearing ones, have been cut down, chopped off, or for that matter, even uprooted to make space for Prime Minister Narendra Modi's rally in Madhepura district on November 1st. BJP district president has said that any damage incurred before and after the rally would be paid for by the party. The cutting of nearly 500 trees comes at a time when Bihar is trying to increase its green cover after it lost most of it when the state of Jharkhand was carved out of it in 2000. Campaigning in Bihar, Health Minister JP Nadda highlighted the declining figures of institutional delivery and slide in number of patients coming to hospitals when JDU was in power without the BJP. Highlighting the lack of infrastructure in Bihar, Nadda said that the state faced 45% shortage of doctors, 70% shortage of specialists and 84% shortage of paramedical staff. Well, within 10 days of the NCP quitting the third front in Bihar, former Union Minister Nagmani-led Samras Samaj Party has also quit the third front in Bihar, announcing its support for the Grand Secular Alliance in the remaining phases of the assembly polls. Nagmani accused the Samajwadi Party and Pappu Yadav's Jan Adhikar Party to be working for the BJP. Moving on now, in an election where caste is touted as the biggest issue, a village not very far from Bihar's capital, Patna, stands out as a notable exception. Seeking basic facilities and development, villagers say that political parties use communal and casteist issues to divert attention from doing real work on the ground. Here's a report.
Located barely 80 kilometers from Patna city, Khajurar village tells us the story of just about any other village in Bihar. There are few signs of development here. But the one thing that makes it stand out is the peace and the harmony among the local residents.
हिंदू धर्म में अगर कोई फंक्शन होती है तो वो लोग हम लोग को इनवाइट करते हैं। अगर हमारे यहाँ कोई फंक्शन होता है तो हम लोग उनको इनवाइट करते हैं। अगर कुछ प्रॉब्लम भी आती है हमारे समाज में तो वो लोग भी हमारा सपोर्ट करते हैं। अगर उन लोगों पे कुछ प्रॉब्लम आई तो हम लोग उनको सपोर्ट करते हैं।
हमारे यहाँ बहुत कम आबादी है अल्पसंख्यक की, फिर भी आप देखेंगे विजयादशमी हो या मुहर्रम, दोनों में से कोई अंतर आप स्पष्ट नहीं कर पाएंगे कि कौन सा व्यक्ति मुस्लिम कौम से आता है और कौन हिंदू कौम से आता है।
In a village of 10,000, there are 400 Muslims who live with the lower caste Hindus and Mahadalits. Since independence, there have been no reports of any communal incidents.
देखा हिंदू और मुसलमान भाई आपस में गले से गले मिलते रहे और कहीं किसी तरह का विवाद यहाँ पर नहीं हुआ और आपस में समरसता बना करके रखे, भाईचारे और शांति सौहार्द का वातावरण बना करके रखें। कभी इसमें आपस में कभी द्वेष भी नहीं हुआ। यह एक बहुत बड़ा ही गर्व की बात है इस गांव के लिए खास करके।
Proper roads, drinking water, education and employment are the issues that villagers want to focus on. But they say political parties bring up caste politics to divert attention.
ये सब तो तुकबंदी है, नेताओं का अपना राजनीतिक खेल है।
इसमें जाति पाति का तो कोई भावना है ही नहीं। जब तक चुनाव हो तब तक ये सब मुद्दा रहता है। चुनाव के बाद तो फिर अपने अपने लोग काम में लग जाते हैं और अपना काम देखते हैं। हमारा जो जनता का जो दुख दर्द है उससे तो उन लोगों को मतलब नहीं है।
धर्म के आधार पे राजनीति करते हैं या आपस में तनाव फैलाते हैं या बहुत सारी चीज़ें करते हैं। तो हमारे गांव से सीखिए, इस खजुराट से, और खासकर युवा वर्ग जो एजुकेटेड हैं और शिक्षित हो भी रहे हैं, तो आप एक एजुकेशन लेने के साथ साथ आप ये एक अच्छी सोच भी लाइए।
Khajurar comes under the Mukama constituency, which is one of the 14 seats in Patna district that will witness elections in the third phase. Pranav Goswami's report for Rajya Sabha Television.
Well, Patna Sahib in Patna district is all set to witness an interesting battle between a mentor and his one-time acolyte. The constituency is a BJP stronghold where Bollywood celebrity Shatrughan Sinha is the Lok Sabha MP. The Grand Alliance is leaving no stone unturned to wrest this seat from the BJP.
Since 1990, Nandakishore Yadav has won the Patna Sahib Assembly seat 5 times in a row. In 2010, he won the seat with as many as 91,419 votes. The veteran BJP member, who has a RSS background, denies that the Yadav vote bank is still intact. The proof, he says, is how all the Yadav candidates of the BJP defeated their caste people from the RJD in the last Lok Sabha elections. He also claims there is a strong undercurrent of support for the BJP. According to him, the NDA alliance is all set to take over 185 seats, riding on an anti-Nitish Lalu wave.
काम मेरा आधार रहा है, विकास मेरा आधार रहा है, उसके कारण से बार बार लोगों का आशीर्वाद मुझे प्राप्त होता है। बाकी हर बार उम्मीदवार कोई न कोई खड़ा होता है, लेकिन कोई उम्मीदवार निकट भी पहुंच नहीं पाता है, जीतने की दुआ छोड़िए।
Santosh Mehta once considered Nandakishore his mentor. Today, the former deputy mayor of the Patna Municipal Corporation is his rival. He was a JDU member earlier, but after the seat sharing, he's now contesting on an RJD ticket. Santosh belongs to the Kushwaha community that has a sizable population in Patna Sahib.
पटना साहिब विधानसभा में ट्रैफिक की जाम का समस्या है, मैं इसको गंभीरता से लूंगा। जल जमाव की समस्या है और शुद्ध पेयजल जो बुनियादी समस्या है, उसको मैं पहली प्राथमिकता में रखूंगा।
Dominated by OBCs, Muslim and upper caste families, Patna Sahib has 316,233 eligible voters, of whom 1,44,000 lakh are women and 117 lakh are men.
मुद्दे यहाँ है, पहले शिक्षा से है, स्वास्थ्य है, प्रशासनिक रोजमर्रे का समस्या, स्कूल।
Patna Sahib is one of the 5 taqs or holy seats of the 6. The Gurdwara Patna Sahib is revered as the birthplace of the Guru Gobind Singh, the 10th Guru. The constituency goes to polls on October 28th.
Chief Minister Nitish Kumar sounded the poll bugle and commenced Har Ghar Dastak, the centerpiece of his election strategy from Patna Sahib. To kickstart the campaign, the JDU very carefully picked Patna Sahib and knocked doors of the people to get feedback on government's achievements. This clearly shows how important it is for the JDU to wrench the seat from the BJP. Well, in this BJP bastion, the battle between mentor Nandakishore Yadav and protege Santosh Mehta will surely attract eyes of political pundits. Reporting from Patna Sahib with camera person Saroj, I'm Kriti Mishra for Rajya Sabha Television.
Well, that's it on this edition of Verdict 2015. Have a good weekend. See you again on Monday. Bye-bye.